Welcome to Kelleher Field, the site of tonight's Marlboro Shamrocks game. They're playing the Titans. Both teams are 0-1. Last week, Connor, the Shamrocks played pretty poorly offensively. They turned the ball over 4 times, 3 of which came from Blake Rice. What are they going to have to do tonight in order to pick up their first win?
Well, I think it's just get back to the basics, try and get into a rhythm offensively. I think last week you saw a lot of forced passes down the field. Blake Rice wasn't given a great pocket of protection in most dropbacks, which led to him forcing the ball down the field, as I said. So I think if the O-line gives him some more opportunities in the pocket, I think he's going to be able to find guys over the middle, short dink and dunk pass type of things, if you will. And once they get that established, they can move into a running game, try and get that established, take some time off the clock, and hopefully their offense can get back to the basics.
Now, the defense, on the other hand, they played very well. They only gave up the 1 touchdown drive that was only a 5-yarder after a long punt return. Connor, does the defense switch anything up tonight, or are they just pretty much going to stay the way they were from last week?
I think the defense played well, as you mentioned, Matt. I think in the passing game they did very well. They limited the Raging Bulls quarterback to very few yards and completions. I think the running game, they snuffed as many runs up the middle as you could possibly think. So I think defensively, I think they just need to continue what they did off of last week's game. It's really the offense that needs to improve if they want to win here tonight.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have an interview with Shamrock General Manager Chris Chambers. Stick around. We're here pregame with owner and GM Chris Chambers. Now, Chris, news broke that the Shamrocks are going to be coming back in January. There's been a lot of meetings and planning and scheduling. How does it feel to finally be here, opening night here in Marlboro?
It's awesome. It's a great thing. I mean, it's finally stepping on this field, getting everybody out here. It's amazing. It's a great feeling from the moment we stepped on the field today. So very excited.
Now, how's the reception been from the community for the team?
Oh, it's been amazing. I mean, it's more than I expected. Like I said, we started in January, and since then, it's just like every day it's something new for us. You know, it's tremendous. The support from the community, the businesses, the fans, all the former players, and the new guys coming out of the woodwork. It's been amazing.
Now, you guys didn't get off to a great start last week against Southern Maine. You guys lost 16-7. What's going to have to change this week to make sure that you guys pick up win number one tonight?
Yeah, we struggled a little bit offensively. We expect that a little bit early in the season. We had a preseason game versus the Bandits where we didn't. Playing the defending champs, and we had a lot of success there. So I don't know if maybe we thought it would come a little bit easier than it did. But the Bulls team that we faced was the runner-up last year, a very fast defense, and tested us. I mean, our defense played pretty much lights out. Our offense needs to find their rhythm today and get out there, and we do that. I expect good things from our guys. So
great. Good luck to you and you guys tonight.
Thank you, man.
All right, we'll be right back here on WMCT Sports.
Takes the handoff here. Kohler rolls out. Puts it up. He's got a man. Touchdown. Number 84. He's playing on the end. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown. Great day.
Quite a crowd here tonight in Marlboro. Fans excited to see the team back here for the first time since 2006. It's going to be a fun evening, Matt.
Weather's great. 75 degrees, slight breeze right now going from right to left.
Number 19, Humo Souza, set to kick off for the Panthers.
And after last week's performance for the Shamrocks, I think the coaching staff confident kicking the ball off here, letting their defense go to work as they had a fine outing last weekend.
Return man Luis Mendez brings it up, past the 30. He's pushed out of bounds.
Mendez on the return
will
for the
take
Troy
the field
City Titans. Pushed out of bounds at the 31. First down, Troy City.
We'll see what Troy City comes out to here. Obviously, last week it was a very pass-heavy game up in Portland, Maine. Both teams, majority of their offensive plays were out of the shotgun. Not a lot of running going on between the tackles, but
Marlboro's run defense, really good last week. Pass defense, not so much. They had a couple of plays they let up extra yardage after the catch with some missed tackles.
Yeah, they did a nice job of getting pressure on the quarterback last week, but as you mentioned, they gave up some of the long plays. They correct that, and I think Troy City's going to have their hands full.
1st and 10 from the 30 for the Troy City Titans.
Here we go. Right out of the gate, a little I formation.
1st down and 10 from the 30. End around. Broken tackle by Mendez. Shakes off for nothing. But ultimately wrapped up and swarmed for no gain.
The reverse gains no yards. Tackle on the play, number 30.
Yeah, and that was a great play by Brandon Hampton to get in the backfield there. He missed the tackle, but forced Mendez to kind of work his way outside the tackles and ended up getting swarmed up on that play.
Play for you. Oh, W.
And that's exactly what we were talking about. Marlboro getting a lot of pressure in the backfield, whether it's on the quarterback when he drops back to pass or in the run game. Guys up front working hard, and it's continuing their success here.
Yeah. Oh, maybe just knew him then. Second and 10 for Troy.
Quarterback for Troy City is number 5.
He looks
Anthony
like
Comer.
Byron Leftwich, coach.
Unconventional size for a quarterback. Quick handoff, and again, nothing doing.
Hand off to number 7. No real estate to be gained.
Set up a 3rd and long.
And there's that Shamrock defense.
Tackle by number 47, Anderson, Prescott, Orlando.
Marlboro controlling the line start.
First name, Orlando Prescott.
The Titans got a little way to go here for a 1st down.
Oh, yeah.
Most likely going to see them in some type of passing formation here.
They start off the game with 2 runs.
Back-to-back I formation runs, too. Although the first one was kind of a jet sweep reverse. Obviously didn't fool the Shamrocks.
The last play was officially marked a no gain. Sets up 3rd and 10. One back in the backfield, 4 receivers. Corner looks to the side, has it right between the numbers, but he misses it. Perfect pass.
And that was, as you said, right between the numbers. Would have been very close to a 1st down, probably short, but great stop by the Shamrocks defense. Quick 3 and out.
Comer put it right on Jamal Penna, but Penna cannot come up with it. Idle force, the first punt of the day.
Troy City to punt.
Scott DaCosta back.
Back deep to receive for the Shamrocks.
And Marlboro is
Number
hurrying on.
5.
Graham Asen return. Last week he
Graham
returned for 150
Rizzi
total return
Asen.
yards.
Yeah, he's very explosive back there. Sees the field well when he's running with the ball towards the other side of the field.
Kyle, go a little bit tighter. Hey Kyle, just a little. Not crazy, just a little bit.
Oh, Hampton almost getting back there to block it.
That was real
Asen will
close.
be able to handle it cleanly. He breaks one. Oh, there's a flag on the play. I believe this will get called back.
That's going to be coming back for a hit to the back there, Matt.
Chrisfield's punt returns to the 44, but we've got laundry on the field.
Yards in field position. They would have been up to the 45. Let's see where they mark it. Ball spotted at the 15-yard line. Auburn comes out for their first series. Quarterback Blake Rice looking to improve on his performance from last week, where he threw 2 picks and coughed up the ball late.
Little pistol formation here for the Shamrocks. Let's see if he hands it off here.
Hand off right up the middle. Little game.
We saw that a lot last week up in Portland. After they started the game and they were really pass heavy, they kind of went to this
Shamrocks
pistol
hand off to
option read
number 20,
formation.
Brett Ansel.
Worked out in some stretches. They had some good chunk runs, but
Brett Ansel with the gain of 3 yards on first down. 2nd and 7. Same formation. 4 receivers out. Hand off again up the middle.
Shammy's hand the ball again to number 20, Brett Ansel. Rumbles up
really
the middle
surprising
for
for the
gain of 4.
Shamrocks to come out backed up that far.
Looks like they want to establish the run early on. See if they can really work in a play action pass.
Shamrocks looking at a 3rd and 4.
Another 3-yard gain by Ansel. Sets up 3rd and 4. Graham Mason at the bottom of your screen. Looked like there was some motion. No flags on the play though. Rice rolls out to his right. Can't find anybody who's going to take it himself.
Good stick, Johnny. Nice stick, 9.
Number 11, Blake Rice with the keeper.
Rice looks to have picked up enough for the first down.
Good improvising there by Blake Rice.
Shamrocks first down.
When he took that snap, Matt, he thought the refs were going to throw a flag for an offsides on the defense, but good composure by him to stay with the play. Kind of a botch snap as well.
That was the case a lot of the time last week as well. That offensive line didn't provide a whole heck of a lot of protection for him, so I'm run out of the pocket a lot.
And if they do give him the protection here tonight, he does have a big arm. He can sling it down the field very well. A lot of guys, a lot of his receivers are quite speedy, so match made in heaven right there.
Still out there in a 4-receiver set. Fakes the handoff up the middle, out to the left-hand side. Breaks the tackle. Solid first down in the section there, picked up about 17.
That was a great little play.
That was Kayvon Lewis.
That Gracious again?
A screen type of a pass there.
Shamrocks pass complete. Number 11, Blake
That was
Rice.
when they had a lot of
Number
success
32,
last week, too.
Zach
Quick hitting
Gracious.
pass off.
Good for a first
Troy
down.
City really missed the tackle over there on the edge. A couple guys, but the Shamrocks will take it, as you mentioned, picking up a huge first down.
Shamrocks past the 40 now, a couple of first downs in their back pocket. Rice works out of the gun, 4 receivers.
Shamrock sideline seems to be a little confused as to what the call was on the field.
Long way to go. Number 5, Graham Mason, split out wide right.
Blake Rice, still in shotgun. Takes a snap, drops back. Heavy pressure. He's able to get it back out to Lewis, though. Nice play by Rice.
Shamrocks, another completion.
Very nice
Rice
play.
to Zach Gracious.
Had absolutely no time. The blitz came right up the middle, forced him to get the ball out of his hand. Wasn't much, but it's better than nothing for the Shamrocks.
Throw a fake to G-Man. Touchdown. Second down and 10. 3-snap penalty. It's an offside. That'll push the Shamrocks back 5 yards.
Yeah, Kamani Jones.
Everything they gained on that last pass there. Lose right back.
Yeah, Kamani Jones. He wanted to hold it. You saw him on his tippy toes there. Just couldn't hold his set feet.
Pressure.
He'll get you every time on that.
Cap.
37. We got one for you on Turkey Day, Coach. We got one for you on Turkey Day.
Second down and 15. Shamrock stick
He's a
shot.
haircut, but he's a good man.
He's got some time.
Man, there you go.
Finds Asim on the right-hand side. Asim makes the grab, but isn't able to catch or gain anything after the catch.
Shamrocks pass
That'll
complete.
bring up a third down
Blake
and long.
Rice to number 5, Graham Mason.
Definitely had the time, just not the right read there for Blake Rice.
3rd and long for the Shamrocks.
Thus far in this first drive, though, Rice has looked much better than he did in week 1.
Absolutely. Well, you see the difference, a quarterback, or you see the difference in a quarterback when he has time to throw versus when he doesn't have time to throw. And he's able to set his feet back there a little bit, scan the field, make the right decision just on that play. Happened to pick the wrong guy.
Last week, Blake, first pass of the game after a great return for Mason, threw a big pick. This time, they could have done first drive. It's much more composed.
And it,
Panthers have taken nearly half of the clock down here in the first 7 minutes to go.
The Titans are just going to rush 4, I think. Well, Maybe have a blitz come off the edge. Picked it up. Good audible there by Blake Rice.
Goes across the middle. This time it's Trayvon Neal.
Blake Rice pass completion to number 4. Trayvon Neal.
And perfect example, the Titans there rushed 4. They dropped back into his own defense. Blake Rice had some time to throw, and he picked him apart there, finding his man. Neal over the middle for a big gain.
6'3" wide receiver from Leominster.
And on the field, they have him short of the first down. The Shamrocks seem to think he picked the first down up and then some.
I initially thought he was about a yard and a half short.
Cody. Cody. Officials checking the spotting of the ball. Cody.
When the ref comes over, ask him to look up here.
Matt, back to that play, the previous play there. As I mentioned, the Titans were dropped back into a zone. Trayvon Neal knew they were in a zone, found a little hole in the zone, turned right around, and the ball was right there for him. Perfect execution for the Shamrocks.
Again, Rice has time to throw. Much different quarterback when he's given a clean pocket.
And if the Titans are going to just rush 4 guys, it looked like they may have wanted to send a blitzer, the corner off the edge there before Blake Rice picked up the audible. But if they're going to rush 4 guys, he's going to be able to pick apart the defense when they're in a zone.
Last week, Southern Maine did a great job getting pressure on Blake early and often. Makes me wonder if Troy C even watched any game film before this. I figured they'd be sending more than just the 4.
Absolutely. And that's the thing, as you mentioned, I don't think Southern Maine sent 4 all game last week. I think it was 5, 6 consistently, which put a lot of pressure on them.
Bringing out the sticks for a measurement. Appears to be 4th and short.
And I think, like you said, Matt, I think he's going to be a little short. Oh, I think he has it from this view. Nope, he's short.
About 2 or 3 lengths short. Coach Chambers is beside himself.
Spot appears to be just short of a first down.
First big decision of the game for the Panthers. Let's see whether or not they go for it here on 4th down. They've had some success running the ball so far. I would imagine they would. But
Yeah, if I was the Shamrocks, I would get right in the pistol or the shotgun formation and have Blake Rice do a QB read. You saw a lot of success with that for him last week. Already a couple times early in this game he's run that type of play, but they're going to the I formation.
At the playback position.
Grass is at the running back.
Oh, he keeps it himself. I don't know if that was intentional. I think it might have been a missed handoff.
Blake Rice keeps the ball himself and
Rice with the composure though to keep it, find room and pick up the first down.
Yeah,
First down so far in the drive for the Shamrocks.
I think that's exactly right. That looked like a botch play, but as you mentioned, good composure by Rice to turn the other way, tuck the ball, and get the first down.
10 from Troy's 45.
You can tell the clear miscommunication there between Ankle and Blake Rice. One or the other screwed up which side the handoff was going to, but nonetheless, the Shamrocks get the first.
Rice gets in shotgun on first down. He's going to look down the right sideline. He's got it. Trayvon Neal catches it.
Pass complete.
Down Shamrock.
Blake Rice to number 4, Trayvon Neal.
Rice did a great job putting Neal on that one.
And again, that goes back to the timing, the pocket presence that he has when he gets a block from his line. Able to throw that to the outside to Neal, just past the outstretched fingertips of Israel Rivera. Another big first down for the Shamrocks.
And another first down for the Shamrocks. Under 5 minutes to go here in the first.
And there is a huge crowd presence here. It's good to see for the Shamrocks in their first home game back since 2006.
Shamrocks continue to go in the four receiver set. Shotgun. This time it's a quick handoff up the middle. So
Right
Kamani
hand
Jones.
off, number 15, Kamani
Solid
Jones.
touchdown pickup.
Gain of 4.
It's like a pickup of about 7. Sets up second down and 3.
Pardon me, gain of 7, second and 3. Sorry. Couldn't imagine.
Not many red zone opportunities thus far through the season for the Shamrocks. See if they can capitalize on this one.
We're getting on a half-time system. Oh, no, one high. We might say.
Second down and 3 at the 14. And off again, it's to Jones. Jones finds room over the left-hand side. And he is in. Touchdown,
Big gain
Shamrock.
by number 15, Kamani Jones. Sets up another
15-yard
first down
rush
and
from
goal
Jones.
for the Shamrocks.
Shamrock 6-0 with the extra point pending.
Have they scored? Correction, touchdown, Marlboro Shamrocks, number 15, Kamani Jones.
And on first down, why not, Matt? The handoff has been working for him to this point. Kamani Jones, explosive out of the backfield. He found his hole and punched it in for the touchdown.
What an impressive drive. 5 first downs. They take nearly 10 minutes off the clock.
If I'm needed, though.
That's a far cry from the offensive struggles that they had last week.
Where's Ace in the hold for?
It almost feels like Marlboro's had the ball a few times, but that was their first and only possession in the game so far.
Out for the extra point, the ageless Pat Crusoe. Snap. Hold. Everything looks good.
Extra point is good. He's unenrolled as of
Let's see how
Yeah.
Troy City responds after the Shamrocks quick 7, well not quick 7, over 10 minutes taken off the clock, but first possession 7 I should say.
Souza kicks it to the 15, fielded at the 11. Mendoza not able to find any room. Taken down, I believe, at the 26. And the Titans will start their second drive of the game. First drive didn't go anywhere.
Yeah, Titan City, or Troy City I should say, had a real tough time trying to establish their offense. Came out with a couple of runs, were snuffed, taken back a little bit, and then their quarterback threw a ball outside that was well short of the first down marker, bounced right off his receiver's chest. So see if they
Not much creativity so far from Troy City.
no, especially if they want to beat the Shamrocks here at home, a team that certainly was grinning their teeth after last week's loss up in Maine, a team that's eager to play in front of their hometown faithful, who, if you peek over here, Matt, you can tell the hometown crowd came out tonight.
Near capacity crowd enjoying the early 7-0 lead.
Yep, Darren's calling smoke. First and 10 for Troy City.
Troy City comes out for receiver set.
Marlboro's going to rush.
Homer looking back to pass.
4.
There's a little bit of pressure. Darian. That was there. Oh.
Troy City looking to pass on the play. Broken up by number 33, Darian
Read the
Belizaire.
play perfectly, just couldn't come up with a pick. That was 6 points he just dropped.
And if you're Belizaire, that's a Christmas gift you won't get again. You got to have that on the first time, every time. Unable to snag that in. And that would have really put Troy City on their heels there.
Oh, that would have been it. This place would have lost its mind.
Anthony Comer completely telegraphing his pass there.
I don't even think he looked at another receiver.
I don't think so at all. He had his mind predetermined out of the huddle. Not a lot of zip on that ball. And Comer catching a huge break there.
That's Anthony. He's like freaking a couple of years younger.
Second down and 10. Comer drops back to pass. Come back drop. Call.
Completion by Anthony Comer to number 9 for the Troy City Titans.
Pass caught by number 9.
First down,
Cameron
Troy.
Price.
And after that last throw for Comer, that was a nice composed throw. Steps back in the pocket, finds Ponce over on the right sideline, picks up the first down.
Pickup of about 17 on the play. Ball spotted at 41.
First and 10, 42 for Troy City.
And for Marlboro, Matt, we mentioned this about their game last week. They played great defensively, but they gave up a few of those long passes like they just did there with some miscommunication, some defensive lapses. They really got to buckle down on those types of plays, and they'll be solid defensively.
Run. Quick handoff up the middle. Not much room.
Oh, he's in trouble.
Drop for a big loss.
Stand up.
9 on the play.
Nothing there for Troy City. Number 19. Pump Souza on the tackle.
Humphrey Souza penetrates the backfield.
Yeah. 19.
It's only 7-0, Matt, but if you're Troy City, you take a look at your run game thus far into this one. No success whatsoever.
Number 19, Hump.
A net gain of minus yards.
Get a double check.
I think their most success is going to come from passing the ball, honestly.
There's a timeout on field. We'll take a quick timeout as well. We'll be right back here on Game Day. They're currently looking at a 3rd and 19.
Troy City really needs this first down pickup here. You don't want to give the ball back to Marlboro after that last drive they had that resulted in the touchdown. Marlboro able to take 10-plus minutes off the clock in their first and only possession. That's dangerous for this Titans team.
Comer in the shotgun, 4 wide receivers, and Brown, the running back, to his left. We'll see how aggressive they here.
I think you're going to see another outside route from one of these receivers that Comer's going to look to throw towards the sideline on. Seems to be their bread and butter when it gets to 3rd down.
Where's the delay?
Hard snap, draws Marlboro offside. That's number 47, Orlando Anderson Prescott.
Troy City roster.
Oh, they called the offside on Troy City. Never mind. That'll push them back even further, and that's going to set up 3rd and 23. After the game.
So that was on Troy City.
Correct. Yes. Yes. Yes, it was.
All right. I thought.
Originally, I thought it was number 47 that had jumped offside.
Okay, thanks, Chris. I'll get it in for sure. You got it, absolutely.
Troy City really shooting himself in the foot here so far in the first.
Well, if you're Marlboro, it's 3rd and long now. You got to send some type of pressure at this guy. You can't just rush
Troy
forward here
City facing a 3rd
and drop back in the zone. You got to send the pressure and force the ball out of his hand quick.
And Comer doesn't exactly look fleet of foot, so if you can get him a little bit disrupted, it's hard for me to believe he's going to work his way out of the pocket and make a play.
I'd have to agree with that, Matt. He doesn't look like the most agile quarterback back there.
That's not a problem. Let's get this one.
It's been quite some time in between plays here at the end of the first quarter here, at the beginning of the second quarter.
I thought it was 3rd down, but it says 2nd down on the field.
Poor pass intended for
Comer's swing pass intended for number 4 of the Troy City Titans.
This is 4th, sir.
There seems to be some confusion. We had thought up here in the booth that it was 3rd down, but they had changed the marker on the field.
Well, they had it at 3rd down before the play started, then he flipped it to 2nd
Several of
down.
our major sponsors, which include Patriot Ambulance, City of Marlboro's emergency transport provider, as well as Avidia Bank, proud community banking
No,
partner.
he's not going to hit that swing. He's going to hit the deep slant.
Nonetheless, Matt, now 3rd and long for the Titans.
I don't imagine to see anything here other than a pass play.
And then officials seem to have straightened out the down marker. It is now.
As I
3rd and
mentioned,
long.
if you're Marlboro, you got to put pressure on this guy, force the ball out of his hand quickly, and trust in your defensive backs to keep the pressure on the receivers.
Comer gets the shotgun snap, looks to his right, tosses it up. Oh! No flags on the play.
Beautiful ball thrown by
Number
Anthony
8,
Comer.
Izzy
Falls in
Rivera.
complete, bringing up 4th down.
And that was real close, Matt. His receiver had a play on that ball. Marlboro getting the pressure on the quarterback
In
there.
addition to the aforementioned sponsors, we'd also like to thank Ken's Food.
But
local family
Shamrock's defense remains solid.
Their delicious dressings, as well as attorney Greg Matrakis.
10. Another unsuccessful drive for Troy City.
Law specialist on council and estate planning.
got 99 in Scott DaCosta, number
Sorry
1.
about doing the game for you guys talking too much.
Marlboro's own Graham Asen back to receive. About the 31-yard line.
You have to think the Shamrocks are going to get some good field position here, given where Asim is lined up, and factor in a little bit of a return here with his speed.
Kelsey gets the punch off, and it's not a very long one. It's gonna
That's
bounce
a
to the
real
42.
short punt.
Feels it at the 40. Asen looking for room, can't find any. Eventually swallowed up.
Troy City wisely tries to avoid Asim. He fields the punt on a bounce and returns the ball.
Slide!
3-yard return from
43-yard
Asen.
Slide!
First and
He's
10,
good?
Shammies.
Yeah, Asim just hit his teammate right in the back. He had nowhere to go. At that point, the Titans were able to swallow him up, as you mentioned, Matt.
Additional major
Still great field position if you're the Shamrocks, though. Almost at the 50-yard line there.
Marlboro's festive restaurant serving Mexican foods and margaritas.
Last drive from Marlboro
Unified
started at the 15.
Insurance
This time
for
we'll be
all your
starting at
business
the
needs.
43.
The official insurance company of the Marlboro Shamrocks. In addition,
What a beautiful night for a football game, huh? Settled in here.
Very warm and humid during the day, but it's cooled off. Nice.
Nice breeze coming into the booth here.
Certainly appreciate that. Shamrock stick at the 4 receiver set. Quick handoff to Ansel up the middle. Ansel finds some room.
And yard 20, Brett Ansel. Big game for the
Shot across the first down marker there, but I think his knee was down just a couple yards shy. But there's the Shamrocks getting back to that run. Out of the shotgun.
Shamrocks a second
Titans
one.
haven't been able to stop it all night, so keep going to what works.
You have to feel that their establishment of the run game so far has really helped Blake Rice have that comfortable pocket for him to work in.
Absolutely.
Ansel again in the backfield, shotgun formation. This time he drops back to pass, looks on the left-hand side, overthrows his receiver, Johnny Moores Jr. He gets big up.
Number 9,
Rice
Johnny
really
Moores Jr.
left
falls
his wide
out.
receiver out to dry on that one. Big pop made by the cornerback, number
Yeah.
12, Fred Else.
Blake Rice got a little excited there. He got some happy feet. Threw it outside. The outstretched arms of his receiver. But again, there we saw a good protection from the O-line of the Shamrocks.
31 for the Shamrocks.
Good sign.
That'll bring up third
Mason's
down,
out
a
wide
long
right.
one. Handoff goes to Ansel up the middle, and he's stopped. He had nowhere to go. As soon as he got the handoff, he was lit.
And at this point, if you're the Shamrocks, it's fourth and 2 or 3 yards here.
I
The
don't know.
defense has been solid, but it looks like they're going to send out the punting unit.
I agree. This is a good decision. Troy City hasn't shown you anything offensively yet. Why give them great field position? Something were to go wrong here. Poor snap, something happens. Play the field possession game right now.
Yeah, they're in a good position to kind of pin them down here on their end of the field. Granted, there's a good punt.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 12, 12, 12.
Shamrocks have noticed that they have 12 in the field. Looks like they're going to call.
Shammies wisely call a timeout
They call the timeout.
to bring trust together. The final major sponsor
For the latest
Marlboro
in breaking
Shamrocks
news
is
and
the
happenings going
Prospector
on
Saloon,
in and around Marlboro,
the
make sure you
official
follow our
hotspot
news
for
team
Marlboro
on Twitter at
Shamrocks.
WMCT_TV.
Join us for the after party.
And keep up the local sports scene here in Marlboro, including updates and interviews throughout the season here with the Shamrocks. You can follow us at WMCT.
Hey, I get some copies and just take into there. I'm like, this
punting
is a good
here.
kid. Hey, did Brett set me up with these sponsors?
Took care of you.
Scott DaCosta back for Troy City. Souza gets off the punt.
What's up,
Decent
brother?
one.
Pretty good punt there.
Over his head.
Oh, yeah.
And that's going to Across the line into the end zone
Oh.
for a
Beautiful
touchback.
punt
Just
by
barely getting to the end zone there.
Souza goes into the end zone. Troy City take over. First and 10 to the 20-yard line.
That would have been very interesting if that was pinned down close to the 1 yard line, given that the Titans have had a real tough time running the football tonight.
I could have spelled real
Young guy? Oh, no kidding. He looks like a player.
10-18
is
to
he-
go here
oh, okay.
in the second quarter. Troy City coming out for their third possession. First two possessions resulted in punts.
And if you're Marlboro, you're real confident in your defense's abilities right now. The Titans haven't even crossed midfield yet into the Shamrocks territory, so if you're the Shamrocks, keep doing what you're doing defensively. Send pressure at the quarterback, snuff the run.
My memory serves me right.
You're not allowed to
3 and out on the first drive, so that's 0 yards. The second drive, they ended up having to punt on 4th and 23, so I believe they have a net gain of or negative 13 yards so far in this game.
And they've picked up 1 first down, so we'll see if they can turn the tides here.
Benedetto.
Full receiver set. Shotgun snap to Troy.
Just a real ugly pass there.
And pass by number 5,
He
Anthony
wasn't able to
Coleman.
really turn his body and get anything really on that throw.
Second and 10, Troy City. He's down.
He's going to have to really start to connect with his receivers if Troy City's going to have any chances.
And we got double back.
Looks like they're going double back, maybe to give him a little more cushion if he drops back to pass here. Marlboro doing a good job of pressuring him.
Pass to the right-hand side, caught by number 84. Caught by number 84.
Comer's
James
pass
Super.
complete, number 84.
And that was an absolute bullet of a pass
Good for
there by
first down.
Comer. Quick slant over the middle. Good for the first down there, Matt.
Second one of the game picked up for the Titans.
Hey, back everybody up, back everybody up.
Ball's placed at the 33.
Now you've seen a little more creativity out of the Titans, coming out with 2 straight passing plays. The coaching staff over there probably recognizing their inability to run against the Shamrock team.
We go back to the running back formation.
3 straight passes.
Play action hit. Caught by number 19. And he gets down the sideline. Missed tackle.
Comer's pass complete,
Missed tackle
number
by
19.
number 33, Darian Belzer.
Good for Troy City, first down.
It was number 1, Edmonds, who knocked him out finally. And you saw a lot of that last week with
Number 19, Kevin Sims on the
Raging Bulls.
reception,
They catch
tiptoeing
balls
down
on the
the
outside,
sideline.
and the Shamrocks just weren't able to make the open field tackles they needed to.
And now the Titans can say they've crossed midfield for the first time tonight.
With straight first down plays. And they're set up in Marlboro
Titans with the
territory.
first and 10 from the Shamrocks 44.
Another shotgun formation here for the Titans. No surprise there.
I believe that's all they've come out with so far. Comer gets the snap. Looks right. Passes in the backfield to number 3. He catches it, but there's not much room to operate with. Number 3, Luis Jimenez.
Good job by Jimenez to keep his eyes on that ball. Kind of bounced out of his hands when he first caught it.
Pass complete to number 3, Luis Jimenez. Good for a short game.
Comer.
Nice catch, but may have been better off just dropping that one. They were lost, 3 yards on that play?
Yep.
Bring the ball back to the 46, and it'll set up a second down and 13 for the Titans.
Comer very reliant on his running backs out of the backfield trying to catch the ball.
Just past the 7-minute mark here in the second quarter. Shamrocks lead 7-0. Shamrocks scored on a lengthy drive. Their first first possession of the game. Aside from that, we've had alternating punts. Five receivers set. Jimenez goes in motion. They give it to him on a jet sweep. And it's snuffed down.
Comer's hand off to Jimenez is snuffed out immediately
Justin Linden,
by the Marlboro Shamrocks. Number
6'2"
7.
player from
Justin
Wallingford, Connecticut,
Linden.
comes up with a big play.
You could kind of tell that one from the start. That was almost a telegraph play. Marlboro all over that one. Jimenez having a rough couple of plays there for the Titans.
Run defense so far this season for the Shamrocks is
Big guy.
See if their pass defense is up to the challenge here. 3rd and long.
But no, the cop isn't a cop anymore either. He's retired with a fake disability.
Shamrocks only rushing 4.
Yeah.
And they jump. There's no flag thrown until somebody from Troy City moves, so we'll see what they call it on. False start.
Amazingly going to go on Troy City.
On
Another false start for Troy City.
false start against Troy City is going to push them back.
See, if you're Marlboro, you can make that initial jump as long as you don't cause the opposing offensive lineman to kind of flinch or move at all.
Right, he got back.
He got back, exactly. He got back into the neutral zone. Good no call, actually, there by the refs.
In a second, coach.
But now,
For the second straight possession now, Troy City's put themselves in 3rd and almost impossible.
well, they've lost yardage on 3 straight plays, including that penalty there. So
Trust your judgment.
they're going to have to put together a real special play here to pick up a first down.
It takes a
3rd and 17.
It takes a village. I thought I did a hands up.
Homer putting instructions to his
You
receivers.
think I'm the worst parent?
Shotgun, 5 receivers. Drops back. Looks over the middle. Throws it.
Homer's pass intended.
Pass dropped by Cameron Punts.
That was actually, oh, I'm sorry, Matt.
Go ahead.
That was actually a really nice pass there by Comer. Put it right on the chest of his receiver. But I think Cameron Ponce heard the footsteps coming across the middle. I think he got a little scared, I think, of catching that ball and what would happen if he did. So
2 Shamrocks bearing down on him. Tough situation there, but
4th and long for Troy City.
4th down.
they're leaving the offense on the field.
Yeah, I think that they recognize the fact that if they don't score in situations like that, then they're going to have a tough time scoring at all. They're going to have to take some chances. This is one of them.
4th and a mile here.
4th and a mile for Comer. I keep stealing your line, yeah.
Homer dropping back.
And that's not going to do it, Matt.
That's a poor play call, poor execution.
Anthony Comer, an elite athlete, and Brock Legend pressured on the play by number 7, Dustin Linden, forcing the incompletion.
Comer was complaining to the ref that Dustin Linden came off the edge early, but I think he timed that perfectly with a snap, and he got into the backfield, forcing Comer to roll out to his left and make an awful throw.
317.
Just to remind the fans in attendance, the score on the scoreboard is official.
Another
However, clock will be kept
Peters
on
out
the
for
field
the Titans.
and in the booth.
Shamrocks take over on downs. In plus territory, ball on the 49. Shamrocks continue to come out in a 4-receiver set. Shotgun. Rice gets it, looks immediately to his left. Has a guy in flat. It's Johnny Morris Jr. He has enough for the first down.
You love to see that too. Johnny Morris Jr. lowering his shoulder, trying to pick up a little more yardage there. Great first play by the Shamrocks coming out of that punt return, or that turnover on downs.
Morris Jr. with the only touchdown scored by the Shamrocks last week in that 16-7 loss up in Portland.
He was definitely down.
Rice had plenty of time to throw there, finding the open man.
You know who we were talking about today,
Receiver
Coach?
set again.
I was talking about my buddy Danny Coys, and I was talking about Robbie Lambert.
Morris Jr.
And I don't know if you, I mean, you're too young to do whatever. I don't know if you played together. Yeah, no, I know. For Cully. Right, so I worked with Cully's son, Mara works.
Looks to the left again. He's got Lewis. He breaks the man. It looks like he's gone.
We got a flag.
Down.
We got a flag on the field, Matt.
Number 12.
They might be calling that one back.
I think they're signaling.
Shamrocks first down, though we have laundry on the field.
They're
Looks
signaling.
like that one's coming back.
Looks like it may be a hold or a block in the back.
Should be.
Not a touchdown. It's not a touchdown.
Beautiful catch and run by number 12, maybe coming back.
Premature celebration there on my part and most of the fans here in attendance.
Yep.
The holding penalty will
Push them back 10 yards.
And I believe it was a hold, Matt. I don't think it was a block in the back.
Holding penalty on the Chamois is going to push them back. The 1st and 20, the 40-yard line.
Shamrocks still with plenty of time, though, here before we get to halftime, and they get the ball when we come out of the first half. So certainly good things for the Shamrocks.
4 receivers set, this time 3 to the right-hand side. Rice drops back, passes, goes to the right, overshoots Johnny Morris Jr.
Rice's pass falls incomplete, bit high for Johnny Morris Jr.
And that was a great pocket there for Rice. He had all the time in the world.
The aforementioned sponsors, Marlboro Shamrocks would like to
And we're about to
thank
hit the 2
Mayor
man here
Arthur
at Kelleher
the
Field.
Bin, LS Pool
7-0
Insurance,
Shamrocks. And we'll take a quick time out
and
here
Midland
on
Press.
WMCT Sports Game Day.
Hey,
Shamrocks began the possession on the 49, currently at the 40. 2nd down and 15. Jones in the backfield, 4 receivers. Rice gets the shotgun snap, looks over the middle. He's got Asim. Asim has room to run. And Asim is going to take it to the house. For the Marlboro touchdown.
Marlboro Shamrocks. Graham, Grizz, Asom.
40-yard touchdown pass. Rice to Asim.
Asom.
And the Shamrocks take a 13-0 lead.
And that is perfect execution for Rice. Had plenty of time to throw, and he must be in heaven right now after last week's game, completely under pressure almost every time he dropped back. His line is doing a tremendous job of giving him a pocket presence, finds his most explosive receiver, Asim, over the middle, and he does the rest, bringing it to the house. What a huge touchdown for the Shamrocks.
Caruso out for the extra point. Snap, hold, and it's good.
Touchdown number 5.
To go in the first half. The Shamrocks take a 14-0 lead.
Local legend.
You have to think the pressure has to be enormous right now for Troy City. They have to know that this is a big possession right here. You need to be able to get something on the board because, like you just said a little while ago, Auburn's going to get the first possession of the second half. And the way they've looked in the first half, they're going to continue to put points on the board.
Absolutely. This is do or die now. They need to get some type of points on the board before halftime because if you're Marlboro, as I mentioned, they get the kick into the second half, and their defense has just been so demanding. You almost don't feel like the Titans can score any points against this defense. And the possessions that Marlboro's had that they've had to give the ball back, they've really kind of been self-inflicted wounds that caused them to give the ball back to the Titans.
Marlboro playing a much cleaner game this week. Last week, 4 turnovers, so far none. Kickoff field at the 15. He's got room up the middle. Marlboro takes him down, but not before he gets out to the 35-yard line.
Caught by number 19, Souza.
Probably be their last possession here in the first half.
Returned by Troy City.
The Titans shotgun set, 4 receivers.
Hey, he's going to take shots.
And he's moved his running back completely out of the backfield, so we know what's coming here, Matt. Oh,
Comer sets up
Miscommunication between Comer and the receiver, Barzy. Comer drops back, passes to the left-hand side, undershoots his intended target, Jimenez.
and Comer had the time there. He just made a poor read. Jimenez was double covered on that route.
Intended for Jimenez, number 3, falls incomplete. 2nd and 10, Troy City.
Comer at points has looked very good. Then at other points, he's just looked pretty bad. I mean, he's underthrown 3 or 4 pretty open wide receivers, but then he's also made some nice throws in the windows. 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 35-yard line. Minute 37 to go here in the first half.
I know where you live. Actually, go.
Comer gets the shotgun snap. Looks over the middle. He's got his man Jimenez. Jimenez looks to have enough for a first down.
Comer,
Clock running low,
pass
under a
complete
minute and a half
to
to
number
go.
3, Jimenez. Good for a...
That's exactly what the Titans needed there. They needed to pick up the first down, obviously, but they also need to get that clock moving.
First time that Troy City has been in the no huddle so far today. Five receivers, empty backfield. Quick hit, Jimenez takes it on the left-hand side, makes 2 members of Marlboro miss, but eventually he is wrestled, still on his feet.
He should have been wrestled down there.
Comer's pass to
Brandon
Jimenez is
Hampton, the
complete.
defensive captain for the Shamrocks.
Tackled by number 53, Brandon Hampton from the Shamrocks.
Yeah, because he got spun around in bounds, the clock's going to run.
Poor situational awareness there from Jimenez.
Very little gain on the play.
Second down and looks about 6. 40 seconds to go.
Second
Clock
and 6
running.
for Troy
Titans
City.
wasting a
Clock
lot of
winding
time.
down.
No real sense of urgency. It's almost like they're happy to kind of go into the half only down 14.
It's almost like he plans on taking a couple 50-yard line strikes here.
Pass off to the flat. Cut. It looks like that might be a late hit. Well, Edmonds not flagged for the
Comer's
hit out
pass
of bounds.
complete to number
Pass
9,
was
who's
completed
helped
to
out of bounds
Potts.
by number 1, Lamar Edmonds.
Another missed open field
Good for
tackle.
Troy
for the
City,
Shamrocks.
first down.
Might be one of my only criticisms of them so far in this game.
Well, it was a great job of getting out of bounds. Almost threw on 15 yards for the late hit there. The ref didn't throw the penalty flag, though.
Been a big play that could have moved into the 25-yard line. As it stands, they're at the 40. First down and 10. They're gonna have to take a shot at one of these plays.
Yeah, Comer's going to have to start looking towards the end zone. The dip and dunks to the running backs out of the backfield and towards the sidelines aren't going to do it for him.
Shamrocks 40-yard line.
So long field goal from here, too. I don't even think they'd attempt one from here.
They'd have to get probably 20 more yards at least to even think about that. Homer gets the shotgun snap, looks to the left, he's got a man, and it's caught inside the 20. Dragged him all the way down to the 10-yard line. 12 seconds to go here in the half, 10 seconds.
Comer with a long
Troy City calls
completion
their
to
timeout
Troy
with
City
11
Titans.
seconds to
Set them
go.
up with a
Huge play.
first and goal from the 10.
Biggest play of the game so far for the Titans, a gain of 30.
That was a good throw by Comer over the middle. His wide receiver almost squandered that pass, though. But able to look it in, get a couple extra yards, doing the hard work on the ground. A couple of Marlboro defenders on his back.
You can look back, that's a real swing play in this game. If Troy City's
Further
able to score
thanks
here.
go to
Get some momentum going into the half.
If they get a touchdown here, that'd be huge for them. Because as we mentioned, Marlboro gets the ball out of halftime. And no signs of Troy City slowing their offense down. WMCT News every other Friday beginning in August turn to us for a recap of the most important news in the city. Reporters Emmeline Anderson, Brittany Baldessari, and Jasmine Mulu have the stories you need to stay up to date in Marlboro. Again, that's WMCT News at 6 p.m. only on WMCT-TV.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
Big moment in this game.
It's a pass!
First and goal. Titans driving.
Got 4 receivers and the running back here. Wouldn't be surprised if he looks to dump it out to the running back towards the sideline.
Comer gets it, passes to the left. He's got a man, he's got room, and they score! Touchdown Titans.
Comer's pass is complete.
Marlboro was in complete disarray there, Matt.
Titan touchdown.
Number 84 was stretched out wide at the top.
James Suber with the touchdown catch.
It's almost like no one was even playing defense on him. He caught that ball, made a juke, and he was in the end zone.
Huge drive by Troy City to cut this lead in half going into the break. 14-6, extra point pending for the Titans.
Especially when you factor they had a 3rd and long. Comer was able to hit the first down pass by just a yard or 2. And they kept the drive going, and as you mentioned, scoring the touchdown, huge for them. As they can get some confidence that they can score against this Marlboro Shamrock defense.
That score completely changes the complexion of this game.
Pretty good first half here, though, for the fans in attendance.
The extra point just barely makes it, but it is good. Extra point banged in by number 13, Russ Velez.
7, Shamrocks.
14-7, 6 seconds to go here in the first half.
Just a
I
reminder,
wouldn't head to the concession stands just yet, or to your TV to grab a beverage, or to go to the fridge to grab a beverage. Still 6 seconds to go here in the half. And Marlboro, one of the most dangerous players in Grant could take one to the house in any play.
Who's in attendance tonight?
And if you're Troy City, you definitely want to squib this one down, get it to one of the less skilled Marlboro players with the football in their hands, preferably in the middle of the field there.
Sporting number 33,
You
Shamrocks.
definitely don't want to give the ball to Asim.
Back deep to receive for the Shamrocks.
In reflection of the first half, Matt, I think Marlboro just needs to continue to do what they've been doing offensively and defensively. Maybe defensively cure up some of those longer allowed throws that Comer's made. And for Troy City, they really need to put some type of pressure on Rice to make him release that ball a little bit quicker. He's so far had all the time in the world to make his reads and make great throws.
Look at this. Directly out of bounds.
That's going to be a penalty.
Made the 40-yard
Troy City
line.
kicking away.
Well, he scored a goal there. He put it in the soccer net behind the bleachers. So it wasn't a total fail of a kick. He scored a goal.
Some consolation.
But that's going to be a huge penalty.
I believe
Marlboro,
that's
going to be at the,
at the 50. It looked like it went out of bounds. Well,
I think the ball's going to be at the 40-yard line. Unless he's going to re-kick.
I can't imagine Marlboro would elect to have that re-kick.
Typically, if the kickoff is put out of bounds, usually the ball is placed at like the 40-yard line. Looks like they're going to re-kick here, though.
I can't quite understand why.
That was just about as bad as a kick could get off a tee. So I'm sure the place kicker really wants another crack at that one. Looks like Marlboro thinks they should be getting the ball in a good spot on the field.
There's been a lot of miscommunication between the referees and the coaches so far in this first half. Not exactly a nice flow to this game so far. It's been kind of choppy.
Yeah, the referees have certainly had their trials and tribulations here in the first half, as you mentioned.
It looks like they are going to spot the ball at the 40.
There's no way that should be re-kicked. If you're Marlboro, you accept that penalty and you get the ball down at a very generous spot on the field.
If anything, I thought that the ball may have gone out of bounds before the 40, which actually, no, now they've moved to the 45.
And that is about as good as it gets. I mean, Marlboro has options now. We'll see what they do. Looks like they're going to knee the ball down, kill the clock out. But
all of that confusion just for a kneel down here to end the half. Rice takes the knee, and that will end the first half here from Kelleher Field.
And action set to begin with your
Welcome
Marlboro
back
Shamrocks
to the beginning of the
14-7.
second half here from Kelleher Field in Marlboro, Massachusetts.
Special
Marlboro
thanks to some
Shamrocks
of our major
lead the Troy
sponsors,
City
including
Titans
New
by a
England
score of
Security
14-7.
Shredders, Ken's Food, a video bank, and
Marlboro
Patriot
kicked off to
Ambulance.
begin the game, so they'll be receiving the kick here to begin the second half. Connor, what are some of your thoughts here at the first half?
I thought the first half was a good half of football. Marlboro certainly had the commanding 14-0 lead, but the Titans able to get a quick strike at the end of the second quarter there. Bring this thing within 7 here and give themselves a chance in this one.
Ponce with the short kickoff, lands the 28, fielded by Kamani Jones. Kamani Jones finds some room up the middle and gets all the way out to the 47-yard line. Great starting field position here for Blake Rice in the Marlboro offense. Shamrocks able to get a couple of touchdowns there in the first half. One scored on a 14-yard touchdown run by Kamani Jones. And the other one on a quick slant pass to Graham Asom, and he took it to the house for a 40-yard score.
And as I mentioned in the second quarter there, Marlboro really able to do what they want on offense, running the ball very well, obviously passing the ball very well. Rice had that touchdown strike to Asom in the second quarter. So we'll see if they continue their offensive success here.
Well, they're sticking with the same offensive formation, 4 wide receivers, shotgun. Brant Ansel, the running back, pass over the middle, deflected by the lineman, number 88.
Rice's
Cesar
first down
Ramirez.
pass attempt broken up at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10.
Rice kind of telegraphed his pass there. Titans are all over that.
Rice with a much better effort in the first half than he had throughout week 1 up in Maine. Big thing for the Shamrocks, just no big mistakes. Quick pass out to Graham. Asom picks up about 5 there on 2nd down.
2nd down play, good for a Shamrock.
Rice really loves Asom on the outside. He loves throwing him the ball. It's his favorite target for sure.
Gain of 5.
So explosive, going back to that touchdown. Caught the ball just like 10 yards down the field and turned on the Jets. Turned it into a 40-yard score real quick.
I guess I don't know this for certain, but I'm just going to go out there and say that Graham Asom is the fastest person here at Kelleher Field today.
Unless you're faster. You're not telling me something.
I'm working on my sprints lately. They're getting better. Rice, shotgun snap, gets it. Looks around. Ooh, intended for Johnny Morris Jr. Pass deflected by number 45.
Rice's pass attempt broken up.
Alex Thor Lederhosen.
Thor.
That is quite the nickname.
Another forced pass there by Rice. If you're Troy City, it's a perfect start to the third quarter for you. Forcing the Shamrocks to punt here.
There's 11 continuing to do the kicking duties for the Marlboro Shamrocks.
3 plays, 3 passes. Only one of them complete for Rice here on the first drive. Souza gets the punt off, not a great one. Fielded by number 2, and he takes it up the left-hand side for a gain of about 5 or 6 yards up to the 27-yard line, where Troy City will begin its first drive of the second half.
Ball carries the net immediately by number 21, Luis Martinez.
That return was by number 7, Raheem Barzi, nickname Papa.
It's quite the nickname. You think he is a Papa?
I hope so. Otherwise, that's a strange nickname, Connor.
Nonetheless.
I hope he didn't give himself that nickname.
Put her on the microphone. They got one. We'll get you in there, sister. We'll get you in there.
4 receiver set for Troy City, 3 to the top of your screen.
Wide out up top.
Troy Sullivan, the wide receiver, to the bottom of
Former
your
shotgun
screen.
formation.
See if Comer can stay hot.
Pass over the middle. Caught. Makes another Shamrock miss. Open field tackling has been an issue so far for the Shamrocks.
9-yard pickup.
Another pass to Suber there.
Number 33.
Good for, I believe, 9 yards. So set up 2nd down and 1.
Suber.
These short yardage, early down situations really give you an ability to open up the playbook, right?
Absolutely. Going back to the end of the first half, Suber was the player for the Titans, catching the ball short of the goal line, making a juke play, diving into the end zone, giving his team the first score of the night.
Yeah.
Staying active there on that pass.
It's basic.
Suber and Sullivan, the wide receivers to the bottom of your screen. Troy City continues to run out of the shotgun. 12 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Shamrock's first possession didn't result in very much. And Troy City's picking up where they left off in the first half. Comer drops back. Looks to his left. He's got a man just over the outstretched reach of number 84, Suber.
Complete pass defended on the play by
That seems to be his favorite target, James Suber. Ran a good route there. Pass was just outside his outstretched fingertips. Marlboro started to get a little pressure there on Comer, had to get rid of the ball.
See what they go with here on third down. Or they choose to run the ball. They go with the pass play. Haven't been very effective so far with the run game.
They've been running quite a while now. I don't know exactly how many plays it's been, but it seems like forever since they've last handed the ball off here. That being
Adrian Brown is the running back to Comer's left. Comer in the shotgun. Takes the pass. Quick handoff up the middle to Brown.
Got him short.
I believe he's tackled for a loss. Josh Rose, number 51, I believe, with the tackle. Ooh, Troy City running a no huddle on fourth down.
By number 51, Josh.
Let's see if this forces Marlboro to call a timeout.
they're going to punt that.
No illegal, no illegal, no illegal.
Looked as though Troy City was going to run a quick play there on fourth down, but now they decided to punt.
Troy City Titans attempting a little hocus pocus here.
Oh, no block. They blew the play dead beforehand. I believe that'll be a delay of game that should push Troy City back 5.
And they better be glad that's a delay of game because the punter punted that straight in to the rear end of his own player, Scott DaCosta.
What's that? All right, I got 1 for 1. I got Christian coming off. No, Thiago's got
That was a pretty ugly punt there, Matt. I think he's going to be...
Not the type of connection that Troy City's looking for.
Penalty's going to back Troy City up. We're going to try this one again. 8, 9, 10, 12. Back deep to receive number 5, Graham Mason.
Ponce back to kick. Gets it off. Gonna trickle down with a 30. Fielded by Asom, and he's quickly tagged on the sideline.
By number 5, Graham Mason. Knocked out of bounds.
Hit made by number 15, Sean Rogers.
That
Clean hit to put Asom out on the sideline.
That actually wasn't a great punt there, Matt, but it took a very generous roll for the Titans. Kind of pinned Asom on the sideline there.
Marlboro will begin their second drive of the second half at the 35-yard line. Shamrocks, 3 and out last time. All pass plays.
Shimmy set up with a 1st and 10 from their 34.
Shotgun set. 4 receivers, 3 of which at the bottom of your screen. Ansel is the lone running back in the backfield to the right of Rice. Rice takes the shotgun snap. Looks. Scans. Pressure. Finds Moore Jr. over the middle. Moore Jr. has enough for the first down. Out to the 47-yard line.
Rice's pass is complete.
Another good job by Rice there, staying in the pocket, looking over all his options, scanning the field, and found his main man, Johnny Morris Jr.
There's been a couple of times in the game where it seemed like he had that happy feet, but that time he's nice and composed. Found his man.
And a few times he's made the wrong read because of the happy feet, but there he was able to look it back across the middle and find the open receiver.
9.5 minutes to go here in the third. 4 receivers, Ansel still running back, this time positioned behind Rice. Takes a snap, handoff, Ansel up the middle. He's met, but able to pick up about 4 on the carry.
Marlboro carry on the play, number 20, Brett Ansel, Shepherd Hill High School.
Ansel has been the primary running back in the backfield for the Shamrocks so far today. Last week you saw more of Kamani Jones. This week you're seeing more of Brett Ansel.
They do have a nice running back by committee. When they go to him, that is. Marlboro certainly a heavy passing team. Tonight the run has worked well for him, though.
same pistol formation, 4 receivers set. Morris Jr. goes in motion. Handoff again, up the middle, Ansel, he's got room. And he has enough for the first down. Tough running up the middle by Brett Ansel.
Tough run up the middle. Good play. Shamrocks first down.
The 5'10", 205-pound running back used every bit of that weight to help carry him across the line for the first down.
And those are exactly the type of runs that are going to allow Marlboro to open up their offense even more in the passing game. Soften the defense up with the run, and they can start to look downfield. Which I'm surprised they haven't looked downfield yet to ace them, streaking down the sideline or deep over the middle. That could be coming sometime soon.
Ace them is the bottom of your screen.
Blocking by Mike LaCroix leads to a Marlboro touchdown. Number 10.
Shotgun snap taken by Rice. Scrambling. He's going to keep it himself. He's going to try to get to the corner. Actually ends up throwing it. And it's complete to Graham Asom on the right sideline.
Very nimble footwork. Completes a pass to number 5.
Rice had me fooled.
Chris Asom. Good for Shammy's first down.
I thought he was going to try to turn the corner. Instead, he pulls up. Makes a nice pass to Graham on the sideline.
Move the sticks, isn't it? No? Oh, second and short. Sorry.
I believe that was enough for a Marlboro first down. Chain gang a little late in moving, adding to the overall level of confusion out there on the field tonight.
Marlboro taking up a lot of time on this drive already in the third quarter.
That's awesome.
I don't know the exact stat, but severely lopsided in time of possession for Marlboro.
Rice again takes a shotgun snap, throws it on to the outside. He's got Lewis. Lewis shakes the tackle. Morris Jr. hits the block in front. And Lewis picks up about 17 or 18 there on first down for yet another Shamrock first down. Kayvon Lewis, the 5'11", 175-pound receiver from Sutton.
Correction, Sutton High School.
Shamrocks moving the ball at will now.
Ready to play now?
Troy City has moved the ball better of late offensively, but I don't know if they can afford to go down 2 scores here, Connor.
Now that touchdown they scored to end the first half was pretty timely and lucky, if you ask me.
Rice hands the ball up the middle. Short gain.
First down play. Run up the middle, good for a gain of 3.
3-yard gain by Ansel.
I think Marlboro offensively is a much better team. We've seen them kind of work down the field numerous times now throughout the game with their run, with a pass, and Troy City really having a tough time putting anything together outside of that drive to end the first half.
And Troy City on defense, they haven't really been able to put much of any type of pressure at all. They haven't taken any chances, no all-out blitzes. They're playing a very vanilla defense, and Rice is picking them apart.
Absolutely. You can't give a quarterback time to throw, or he will pick you apart.
Ansel replaced in the backfield by Kamani Jones. 3 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Rice rolls to his right. He's looking. He's going to take it himself.
Rice with the keeper. Rolls out of bounds.
That was a good decision by him there, Matt, to keep that ball rather than force it over the middle and throw a potential interception this far into Troy City's territory.
I feel like watching him last week, he may have decided to pull the trigger on a play like that. May have taken a chance where he didn't need to.
No, you're absolutely right. He certainly is more composed here tonight.
Right after the play, I'm making it up. You all right? It's all right. Everyone's going to bring you a snack.
Coming up on about 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Shamrocks driving deep in Troy City territory. Jones in the backfield. That's all right. The toss goes to him. Not much room to work with. Does a great job, though, at least getting back to the line of scrimmage. That had 3 or 4 yard loss written all over it, but Jones makes the man miss and gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Bring up a 4th down for the Shammies.
Kind of that in-between territory. Shamrocks were in a similar situation last week on a 4th and 3 around this part of the field, and they decided to go for it. And they're going for it again here on 4th down. This time it's a 4th and 7.
I like this decision by the Shamrocks. Last week it cost them the game potentially. This, no harm, no foul.
Rice over the middle. Oh, he's got a man. Oh, big hit across the middle. No flags. Surprisingly, I believe that was a shot to the head. And the Shamrock receiver is hurt. What a wicked hit coming across the middle.
Appears to be shaken up on the play. Is it 4 or 1?
I believe that was Trayvon Neal.
Trayvon Neal. Pass intended for Neal.
Trayvon took some type of shot. I'm surprised he's even on his feet right now.
Yeah, we saw him kind of stumble down there at first. Definitely shaken up. He's going to be looked at on the sideline.
Seems to be okay, but you can never tell with head injuries.
And the whole Marlboro sideline certainly upset about the potential non-call hit to the head there.
I thought it was a pretty clear play. I thought it was a hit to the head. Missed call, in my opinion.
Certainly looked to be a hit to the helmet there.
Regardless, we have a turnover on downs there. Troy City takes over at the 14-yard line.
Now, not that I'm saying that that was intentional. I don't think it was intentional. I think the throw was kind of low, and I think both defenders that went for the ball, one of them happened to connect helmet to helmet there, and an awful scary sight.
Troy City Titans take over 1st and 10.
You can see the training staff over there tending to Neal. I would imagine that they have some type of concussion protocol, similar to what you have on the high school, collegiate, and professional level.
I would hope so, given the amount of concussions we see nowadays in football.
We'll certainly let you know if he re-enters the game. Big spot here for the Titans. Can they take advantage? Comer out in the sideline to Jimenez. Jimenez makes one man miss, but then quickly bottled up.
Short completion for Troy City.
Tackle made by Belizaire.
33, Darian Belizaire. Several hungry.
Haven't called the name of defensive captain Brandon Hampton much today.
Both Nora and myself are very hungry.
Clock coming up on 2.5 minutes to go here in the third. Barzy, the lone back, to the side of Comer.
Do you remember Comer, Coach, when he was in high school? He was a stud. Yeah, he did, but he was
There's the blitz.
Looks to the right. Off target. Intended receiver was Jimenez. That'll bring up 3rd down and 11.
Marlboro did a great job of putting pressure on Comer there. Comer doesn't really move outside the pocket too much. You'd think he'd get knocked down or hurried a little bit more than he has been, but he does a good job of getting the ball out when he needs to.
He actually
Troy City really taking their time between plays.
Come on, big man!
Titans need 11 here on 3rd down.
And if you're Marlboro, I would send the rush at him again. Make him get rid of that ball as quick as possible. Don't let him look down the field here.
Looks like they might be sending some pressure on the left side.
Get up!
Comer looking over the middle. Pass is picked off! Picked off by Evans, and he's going to take it to the house! Shamrock touchdown.
That was fast and picked up by number 1, Lamar Edmonds.
Edmonds with the pick.
Edmonds takes
Poor
it back
pass
25
into heavy
yards
coverage.
for a
Marlboro
Shamrock
takes-
touchdown.
Marlboro takes advantage. I've actually seen the touchdown signal yet.
Lamar
I'm guessing they-
Edmonds out of UNH.
There it is.
Marlboro
Point.
did everything right there. Sorry to cut you off, Matt. They did everything right. They put the pressure on Comer and forced him to throw an errant pass. He telegraphed that across the middle. Edmonds was there for the pick 6, giving the Marlboro Shamrocks a huge lead late in this game. As soon as Edmonds caught that, you almost felt like he was definitely getting to the house.
Caruso's true with the extra point. And with 1:07 to go here in the third quarter, the Shamrocks lead the Titans 21-7. We'll take a quick break here on Game Day.
Matt Caruso with the extra point kick.
We're back for the beginning of the fourth quarter here from Kelleher Field. Shamrocks lead 21-7. Shamrocks just drove down the field and scored a touchdown to put them up by 2 scores, which in this game is a lot because Troy City hasn't really been able to do very much on offense so far.
Yeah, this is a huge hill for the Titans to climb now with 15 minutes left in this ball game, down by 2 scores. We'll see how they respond right here, Matt.
Decent kickoff. That backs the returner back up behind the 10. He comes back and he's got some room. He drags the pile out to about the 33, 34-yard line where Troy City will begin their first drive here in the fourth quarter.
By number 33.
Comer will look to bounce back after throwing a pick 6 on their last drive.
Oh yeah.
That was his first pick of the game, although it could have been a second earlier in the game. That was our drop, and surely would have been a pick 6.
He can dunk it. No, I know. My kid's old, man. I haven't seen him flush one yet, but my kid's so awesome. He's a very good player. He's probably better than me.
Shamrock wide receiver
No way.
Trayvon Neal looks to be doing okay on the sidelines after going through his concussion protocol. The Titan that laid the hit on him, Henry Sateo, still being tended to on the sidelines.
Yeah, I think honestly he took the brunt of that hit, Matt.
Delay a game. There really hasn't been a sense of urgency from this Titan offense. They've been working very slowly. And this time, delay a game. They'll push Troy City back 5 yards.
Troy City Penguins going to push them back. Set up for a first and 15.
First and 15 from the 29.
You see how Comer comes out and responds after throwing that interception for a pick 6.
Handoff up the middle. Shut down quick by the Shamrock defensive line.
Handoff up the middle, but Troy City goes nowhere.
Tackle made by number 47,
Tackle made
Craig
by number 47.
Shippy Winfield.
Orlando Anderson Prescott out of Pittsburgh, Mass.
There's still quite a bit of time left on the clock, Matt, for them to mount a comeback if they are going to, but
You'd have to think that it's going to have to begin here. They can't waste
Absolutely.
any more possessions. Not the way that Marlboro's been able to control possession and milk the clock.
right. But there seems to be a huge lack of urgency from this team, especially from the quarterback, Comer. Probably should be huddling out a little bit quicker than they have been all night. There we just saw them back to their typical ways.
Comer floats it up on the right-hand side. Jimenez not able to reel it in. They'll bring down third. They'll bring up third down.
That was kind of an unnecessary throw off the back foot from Comer.
That was a dangerous pass.
Absolutely. Almost looked like he no-looked it to his receiver.
Typically not a sound strategy to no-look your receivers.
No, unless your name's Patrick Mahomes. Which Comer Mahomes doesn't quite rhyme there.
I might, yeah. You make up the number. I'm gonna
Taking forever in the huddle. The clock continues to run down to 13:30 here in the fourth.
And it seems like they've taken forever all night in the huddle.
Three receivers, two backs to help protection. Comer to the left-hand side. He's got his man.
He's a superb athlete. Comer's pass complete to number 9.
Ponce comes in with the reception. I don't think it was quite enough for a first down. No. 7-yard gain. Set up fourth and 3. So they're short. That's going to bring on the punt unit for Troy City.
4th and short. Of course, a punting situation.
I mean, it's kind of a tough territory to really try to go for, because if you don't, you're just going to give the Shamrocks beautiful field position. But on the other hand, you're really running out of time here.
Yeah, given the way, though, Marlboro's been able to run the ball effectively tonight, they're going to take a lot of time off this clock. I think it's almost a no-brainer. You have to go for it here, but playing the safe game, they're going to punt it back to the Shamrocks. Nope, fake.
They're going to fake it, but Marlboro sniffs it out. Oh no! Marlboro muffs the recovery. Troy City will pick it up and take over. It looked as though they were going for the fake punt, and then last second Ponce kicks it away, which was a poor punt. I mean, it only went maybe about 10-15 yards in the air, but Marlboro can't recover. Troy City's all over it, and that's a huge play. That keeps them right in it.
That was huge and very lucky for Troy City, because he definitely had every intention to fake that punt, made the correct decision to punt it away after he was chased down, and punted it to the wrong guy without hands, and Troy City gets the ball back.
Yeah, all the kids love this kid number 5, Coach Graham Craig. I guess the head coach is correct.
I think they advanced the ball a little bit there too. Dream scenario for the Titans.
An extra chance here for the Titans. We'll see if they can capitalize. 12:04 to go, down 14. 5 receiver shotgun snap. Comer takes it, looks to his left, overthrows his intended receiver, number 6, Troy Sullivan.
Air it out for Troy City. Pass a little high, intended for number 6. Once again, we'd like to thank our major sponsors of the Marlboro Shamrocks, including Patriot Ambulance, Avidia Bank, Ken's Food, Attorney Greg Petrakis, Hunt's Mobile, Serape Restaurant, Unified Insurance, Mill Road Tire and Auto, as well as the home of the Marlboro Shamrocks, Prospectory Saloon. All are welcome back after the game.
Ball at the 48-yard line. 2nd down and 10.
Nobody on this guy right here. Nobody on. You got to see him covered. He's zone covered.
Marlboro brings pressure. Comer able to get rid of it, but that's all he does. He gets rid of the ball.
Nobody home on that intended pass play.
I didn't even see anybody in the vicinity. That could have been intentional grounding.
Yeah, I think he was still in the pocket as well. But that's what Marlboro has to stick to. They got to get pressure on this kid. He clearly can't move. You got to force him to get the ball out of his hands quick.
Clock continues to run down to almost 11 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter.
Titans. Clock continues to wind.
3rd down and 10 for Comer. They continue to go with the 5 wide receiver set. Comer gets a shotgun pass. Pressure right up the middle. floats it up. No chance. Pressure brought right up the middle by number 47, Orlando Anderson Prescott.
Again, number 47.
And there was no chance he was connecting with the receiver there. That was as quick a pressure we've seen all night. Sent right up the middle, put him right on his back.
Tonight's attendance is estimated at 12,000.
Titans not able to do anything so far with their second chance. We'll see if they'll punt here on fourth down.
Special happy birthday to Casey Vinciguerra, if you see him. Casey Vinciguerra.
Troy City electing to punt. I would imagine that there's not going to be any fakes this time. But with 10:20 to go, I can't imagine they're going to get any more than 2 possessions in this game.
See if it's another fake. Oh, right through his hands.
Can't handle the snap. He picks it up. Prescott in pursuit. Belizaire in pursuit. Belizaire takes him down, but there's a flag on the play. That might end up being a face mask.
I think they're going to get him for a face mask. It's going to be 15 free ones.
We've got laundry on the field.
Another blown opportunity for Marlboro to gain back possession of the football. Another chance, a third chance on this drive here for the Titans.
And if you're the Shamrocks or a fan here for Marlboro, you have to wonder how lucky this punter is. Back-to-back punts. He's been severely under pressure. He botched the snap, rolls out, and gets a face mask, which is going to give his team a first down and more life here late in this game.
I guess the only thing you can say that he has the athleticism to be able to get out of those sticky situations, because those 2 plays, he should have been brought down easily.
Absolutely.
Marlboro coaching staff on the field arguing with the referees.
Hey, it's a sport foul!
A couple weeks ago, I said, yeah, I think he's signed. Probably can't play linebacker because he is 50 years old.
Hey, it's a sport foul!
I think he could sign a few tackles. Kids are
They're going to add 15 yards from the previous spot.
It's a sport foul!
There seemed to be some confusion. Coach Chambers arguing that it was a spot foul, and it should have been 15 yards from the personal foul. The referees are spotting it 15 yards from the previous
From the Shamrocks 36.
spot. Regardless, first down and 10 here with 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Shamrocks just allowing this team to stick around here late in this game.
Pressure up the middle. Oh, that's a shovel pass. That's a live ball.
Shovel pass by Comer intended for number 7. Tackled on the play by number 7.
Some extracurricular activity going on here after the whistle.
The Shamrocks.
Barzy not exactly pleased with how he was taken down. Thought there was some extra contact late. Cooler heads prevail. That'll bring up second down. Dangerous shovel pass there by Comerlin.
And that was Raheem Papa Barzy. Papa not happy after that tackle.
And this long, odd drive continues for Troy City. Second down and 10. As they've done all night, they continue to come out in the shotgun. This time, 5 receivers. Very deliberate pace for the Troy City Titans.
Comer is cool, calm, and relaxed back there.
More pressure on Comer this time. Floats it up to the left-hand side and overshoots his receiver. Marlboro has been able to put pressure on the quarterback on this
Comer's
drive.
pass intended for number 18. Ball's incomplete.
I believe there's been more quarterback pressures on this drive than I can remember for most of the game.
Pass was defended on the play by number 1, Lamar Edmonds, as well as number 33, Darian Belizaire. This girl coming up with a 50-50 now, I bet.
Clock running down to nearly 9 minutes to go here in the fourth. Titans continue to trail 21-7.
And that clock is just ticking down, and The Titans still in the huddle, no urgency.
Titans really doing the Shamrocks a favor with this pace.
They are. They're absolutely doing them a favor.
I mean, they almost have to score a touchdown now.
Troy City facing the 3rd and long.
Not only time in the huddle, when Comer comes to set the line of scrimmage, I mean,
It's taking 5,
we're already
10 seconds.
We're already 5 seconds in here. There's another 5. That's 10 seconds.
40 seconds came off the clock. Pass up to Comer though, and he's complete. What a catch. Catch brought in by number 18.
Beautiful ball.
Number 18,
Down
Ryan
the left
Knapp.
sideline. Good for Troy City.
Or was that number 19?
I think it may be
Damon
19,
Bellin.
but I can't make it out from this far away. I think it is 19. Yep.
We'll give it to number 19. Damon Bellin, number 19. Heck of a catch there on the left-hand sideline.
Goals, it looked like that.
Nice touch on the ball.
1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Troy City. Clock continues to wind.
Under 8 minutes to go. Moving at a snail's pace. Ball marked right at the 10-yard line. 1st and goal.
Well, Matt, Troy City is 1 for 1 in the red zone tonight. Suber down at the bottom of your screen there. Look for him to be a primary target for Comer here. He's the guy that caught the 1st and only touchdown for the Titans here tonight.
Homer gets it, hands it off. Barzy stuffed at the line. Nothing there.
Inside handoff met by a very stout Shamrocks defense. Led by
Nothing doing there for Papa Breezy. Barzy, I should say.
Rhodes out of
Number
Westfield
32,
State
Zach
College.
Grasses on the tackle.
Swooped like an owl.
Strange play calling, running a play there, letting the clock continue to run. We're under 7 minutes now.
Especially after all the passing plays that they've had this drive. Well, not just this drive, but the past few drives. They've been so fortunate to get the ball back
50-50
on.
raffle immediately following this play.
A couple of backs with Comer in the backfield. 3 receivers. Comer taking his time, adjusting the positioning of his outside wide receiver, Bellin. It's really shocking the pace at which they're going right now.
Very slow.
Comer drops back, floats it up on the left-hand side. He's got a receiver. Oh, overshoots.
Comer's pass to the back corner of the end zone falls incomplete. At this time, we'd like to announce tonight's winner of the 50-50
The intended receiver on
raffle.
that play was number
If
16,
you are
John
holding
DaCosta.
Ticket number 3.
I don't know what that throw was from Comer to a small, short receiver in DaCosta, back of the end zone like that.
Holding ticket number.
And look at that clock just tick down, Matt.
7,
Still in the huddle here.
8, 6, 5.
I believe this drive began
Please
with
come to the
10
press
minutes
box
and change.
collect
So
your
they've taken
winnings.
6 minutes off the clock when they need 2 scores.
Well, basically, this is one long drive that they've had
You got it.
3 chances at, if you will. They've gotten the ball back twice on botched punts by Marlboro.
Homer steps back again, outside. Wide receiver able to make one man miss, but then gang tackled by 3 different Shamrocks, one of which was Orlando
Comer's speed to the
Prescott.
left side is not fooling Orlando Anderson Prescott.
Orlando, he basically picked that guy right up, stopped him in his tracks and said, "You're not going anywhere, man."
Prescott's been very active on this drive. Multiple quarterback pressures, tackles. With 3:51 to go, we're going to take a quick timeout. We'll be right back here on WMCT Sports. Before you know it, summer will be over, but don't worry because that means high school sports will be back and we'll have the coverage you're looking for on WMCT Sports Wrap. Sports Wrap features the highlights, interviews, and player profiles from Marlboro High, Aspet Valley, and AMSA's athletic programs. Can't believe it's almost August. Summer's flying by.
I know, it has flown by very quickly. But we are certainly looking forward to the high school sports season coming around again.
We're here at Kelleher Field, the home of the Marlboro Panthers. Coach Mahoney and his club coming off a nice year. All right, 3:33 to go here in the fourth quarter. Titans trail by 2 scores. They need a touchdown.
3:33.
This Marlboro crowd getting behind their Marlboro defense. Coleman gets the snap, looks right, lobs it up, and it's broken up. Great defensive play by number 10, Deshaun Perkins.
And that's probably going to be it for this one.
Play by number 10, Deshaun.
Troy City wanted any chance of coming back in this one. They had to score there, obviously. Huge turnover on downs for the Shamrocks. If you're the Shamrocks, you just got to run the football
Once
here
again,
now.
special thanks to many of us.
3:27 to go,
including
2-score
Mayor
game.
The Bin, LS Pool Insurance, Minuteman Press, New England Security Shredders, City Council's Group, Embassy Suites.
Shamrocks in prime position to pick up their first win of the year and get back on track.
MJ Auto and WMCT-TV.
And this has been a pretty great homecoming for the Shamrocks. Their first game back here since 2006. The crowd was in full force tonight. A huge outpouring of support by the locals here. And they put on a show for their faithful.
Doesn't look as though they're going to go home disappointed. 2-score game, 3.5 to go. Handoff to Kamani Jones. Goes off right.
Monty Jones on the carry
tackle.
for Shamrocks.
Keeps that clock rolling. 3:15 to
Additional
go.
thanks go to the Eagle Club, Triton Financial, Kennedy's Restaurant,
Can't imagine they're going to open it up and throw a pass here.
Marlboro Hospital, Jug Row Historical Society, AMSA, Lakeside Sewerage, Rumus Hair Salon, Riazzano Properties, Dora Naves Real Estate, and Chris Benedetto.
Very clean performance from the Shamrock offense. No turnovers, which is the exact opposite of what the case was last week.
Just a couple of mishaps on the special teams. You know, the late second quarter touchdown they allowed to the Titans. But other than that, yeah, real clean performance. A lot of positives to look forward to.
Rice does throw a pass. Quick slant to Lewis.
Quick slant complete, number 12.
That was a really nice pass, a bullet right down low where only Lewis could get it. It's a tight window, too. He
Once again, man,
put that ball between a couple of Titans defenders.
Took some real nerve to put that that pass in that window at this stage of the game where you're positioned this deep into your own territory.
Absolutely.
Next home game will be
Timeout on the
August
field.
17th
We'll take a
right
quick
here
timeout
at
as well. We'll be
Kelleher
right
Field.
back here on game day. Back here for the last 2:18 of the fourth quarter. Shamrocks looking to milk the clock away. Fake handoff by Rice. It's good. Keep it up by himself up the middle. Picks up enough for the first down.
I think that's going to bring us right to that 2-minute warning. Actually, it looks like, they did start the clock. I thought maybe Troy City called a timeout. Couldn't understand why they would do that.
Clock rolls under 2 minutes here. The remainder of this one is pretty academic. Short of a wild collapse here where they turn the ball over. This one's about over. Jumbo set for the Shamrocks. Handoff up the middle.
They say don't block.
Grasses takes it. And I believe he stays in bounds. He did. Clock will continue to run under 1:20 now.
Play, number 32, Zach Grasses.
Zach Grasses hasn't really been a part of the offensive game plan so far today, but they're leaning on him for these last few attempts.
I think Troy City did call a timeout.
Stopping the clock at 1:19.
Trying to savor this comeback attempt any way they can.
JT!
Because you know what, even if you don't use it,
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct
13
any of
long
your
years since
recycling
this
needs.
community
Plastic bottles,
was able
tin
to
cans,
see
Mr. Michael
Shamrock
Mahomes,
win, so this is a big night here for the city. As you mentioned before, great turnout. Great turnout here at Kelleher Field.
Number 33 in your playbook, number 1 in your hearts. That's the Can Man.
Rice breaks the huddle here on second down and 8. Shamrocks need one more first down, and that'll put an end to it.
He's hilarious to listen to.
Handoff up the middle. Grasses gets it. Moves the pile. Gain of about 5 or 6 there on second down.
Troy City just called their final timeout.
Renance on the carry continues to move the chains.
we'll take
What are some of your takeaways here from the night, Connor?
Well, I think this game was pretty much dominated by Marlboro. I think they did just about everything right, minus the special teams mishaps here in the fourth quarter that I mentioned, and giving up that touchdown late in the second quarter just before halftime. I think overall a sound performance here at home for them in their first victory of the year. For Troy City, I think they need to get back to the drawing board really on offense. I think they're very one-dimensional. They look to pass the ball down the field quite a bit. They really have a hard time establishing a run game. And defensively, you know, they're solid defensively. I think they can improve in some areas, but they don't put much of a rush on the quarterback. So you saw Rice kind of pick them apart tonight. They run a lot of zone, and he was able to find his receivers in open space. So, but all in all, yeah, an overall dominating performance by the Shamrocks here.
And that is enough for another first down. Troy City with no more timeouts, can't stop the clock. Shamrocks will look to run one more play, and that should do it. Shamrocks will improve to 1-1 on the season. The Titans will fall to 0-2. Titans have been outscored so far this season 50-7, so they have a lot of work to do.
Absolutely. Well, as I mentioned, they got to get back to the drawing board. They got to figure out a different strategy offensively than just having Comer sit back in the pocket and throw errant balls down the field. He does have a great arm. I mean, when he connects with his receivers, it's usually a good pass from him, a good read, but he also throws a lot of errant passes. So,
victory formation, and Rice will take a knee. That will end the game.
Let's hear it for your hometown, Marlboro.
Shamrocks take home their first win of the season by a score of 21-7.
21.
For Dan Ginder, Connor Clement, I'm Matt Bisaccio, and we will see you in a couple of weeks on WMCT Sports Game Day.
We're here with Shamrock quarterback Blake Rice. Blake, stark contrast from last week's performance. This week you were able to play real clean, good football. What do you attribute that to?
We just had a really good week of practice. I worked on the off days a lot on just my technique, getting the ball out quicker, making my reads, studying the film a lot more. So, and then we just came together on Thursday and knew we were going to come out and win this game.
What do you think of the atmosphere here at Kelleher Stadium? You know, you guys moved here from Worcester, a lot of attendance issues over there, but here you guys had a jam-packed house tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it was crazy. The stands were full. There was a great vibe going on, and, you know, we definitely felt it. They definitely had us going a lot during the game.
We're here post-game with Lamar Edmonds, who had the pick six late in the game. How did it feel making that play?
It felt good, especially after last week. I missed the opportunity, but I got back out here. I haven't been in the end zone in a while, but it felt good to make a game-changing play to turn the season back around after last week.
That's right. I mean, it would have been a big deficit to try to call back out of an 0-2 hole if you guys had started 0-2. I mean, this kind of changes the perspective of the season now being 1-1, right?
Oh, definitely. It's just good to get back out on this home field. Shamrocks haven't had a team back out here in a while. The crowd brought it to a whole nother level, got us pumped up all over. Whole offense, whole defense executed the whole game. We played a clean game, not too many turnovers. So I'm excited to see where we go from here.
We're here post-game with Shamrock head coach and GM, Chris Chambers. Chris, you guys picked up the first win of the year. How does it feel?
Oh, it's awesome. It's great to get out in front of the home crowd and put on the show like we did. So it feels great, especially get that first win under our belts and in front of the crowd tonight. So it means a lot to us. It's awesome. Awesome. Feels great.
Now, as we know, this is the first home game for the Shamrocks in 13 years. Yeah. The crowd was excited. It was jam-packed. I mean, can you speak to that a little bit more?
Oh, having the community support here and getting the town behind us, it's amazing. I mean, the guys, as I was talking to them after the game, I mean, they really, they could feel the crowd. And they gave us the energy that we needed, and it really made a difference in the game. It's amazing. I mean, this whole experience is great. We can't wait for to keep this tradition going. So.
And talk about next week. What are you guys going to have to replicate from this week's performance in order to make sure that you guys go 2-1 and not 1-2?
Yeah, obviously we got a lot of things to work on. But we'll get it back out there and have a good practice week. Defense has been playing good, but that's always an easy thing for us to do. We've historically been good there. Defense is a hunt and kill type of mentality. As long as they know their systems are good. Offense is more of a timing thing, and that takes a little bit of time, obviously, to get timing down. So week to week we're improving there. We were able to get the points on the board and hold off a strong Troy City team, and excited to get the win.
Here post-game with the Shamrocks offensive lineman, Joe Thomas. Joe, from last week to this week, what would you say the improvement was for your group up front?
A lot more energy, positive energy, and way better communication.
It really seemed as though Blake had a lot of time to sit in the pocket as opposed to last week, and that made all the difference.
It did. We wanted to give him a lot more confidence, so we wanted to show him that we could protect him today.
Yeah, I think you guys did a great job with that. But how about the atmosphere here at Kelleher Stadium? It's got to be it's got to be a lot better to play in front of all these excited fans as opposed to maybe what it was like back in Worcester.
Most definitely. We fed off the crowd's energy. It felt good to play in front of them.
And what's this team going to have to do going forward to keep this momentum going?
We're going to have to keep communicating. That was our downfall last week. We just weren't all on the same page.
We're here post-game after the 21-7 win for the Shamrocks here in Week 2. Here with offensive coordinator Harrison Ingalls. Coach Ingalls, what was the biggest difference between Week 1 to Week 2 for your offense?
I would have to say practice, probably. We went into practice knowing how poorly we performed, so we had a good tempo. Guys were locked in. We had a lot of energy this week at practice, so we came in and felt like we had a good game plan.
It seemed like, at least from last week to this week, the offensive line really improved, and it gave Blake a nice little pocket to be able to throw in. Can you speak to that?
Yeah, I mean, the guys were just as upset as I was in our pass protection Week 1. We knew they were going to bring some pressure. We started off practice with some one-on-ones, and we worked on communication. We slowed it down after the one-on-ones, and communication leads to the execution. So the big guys played great tonight. We were very happy, very happy.
And you guys have a nice rotation of running backs that you can throw out there, too, between Antle and other guys, too. I mean, does that help as far as, late game, having fresh bodies be able to throw out there at a tired defense?
Yeah, I mean, we have Brett and Kamani right now really kind of rotating through at running back, and Brett's such a one cut and pound it, and then Kamani is so fluid as a runner. It lets us do so many different things having those guys, and you see it. The defenses, they wear down as the game goes on, and you break those big runs and keep the chains moving. That's our goal. So. And
it seems like they're two totally different style of runners too. Kamani's more of like a shift kind of cut kind of guy, and then Antle is more kind of like straightforward and a bruiser, kind of like Grassis is too.
Yeah, definitely. Grassis is another one. We put him in on I, and he goes there. They're downhill runners, and then Kamani has that second gear that he can hit and really bring it upfield. So it's been fun.
Now going forward, what are you guys going to have to improve on to make sure that you guys continue to win?
I mean, I think for us, the biggest thing that we just got to stay consistent with practice, our energy at practice, our effort at practice. It starts there. When you get one practice a week, you got to be on time. You got to focus. You really got to make every minute that you have count in a 2-hour practice. And we came in this week with a renewed attention to that. And I think as long as we do that, we'll be fine going forward.
That's offensive coordinator Harrison Ingalls after the Shamrock 21-7 victory here in Week 2 against the Titans.